Icons is essentially a spiritual successor to Smash and uses all of its similarities to directly market to the competitive Smash Bros community. My friends and I waited months to get into the closed beta for this game, but high-level Smash players were able to play it through earlier development. There was even a mini Icons tournament at Smash Summit 5 between well-known competitors such as Mango, Hungrybox, and Leffen. Given that this game focuses heavily on the intense competitive nature found in Super Smash Bros., there are many correlations that can be made between the two. There are similar mechanics such as directional influence, and of course wave dashing. The stage layouts are similar to the ones that are allowed to be played in Smash tournaments, and there are multiple characters in Icons that share numerous moves with characters in the Super Smash Bros. Series. I actually wish I could have been there while people at Wave Dash Games were discussing movesets. Alright, today we're going over forward airs. So Zaina gets Ganondorf's forward air, Raymir gets Captain Falcon's forward air, and Ashani gets Sheik's forward air. But Ashani already has a Falcon Punch. Oh, that's okay, we made her recovery absolute garbage. I mean, someone in Wave Dash Games actually had to come out and say, well, what if we gave Marth a projectile? Which might not mean anything to most people, but conversations like that is what makes Icons stand out to people that have played lots of Smash Bros. The game also has little references all over the place, like how Ashani apparently has a dog named Johns, which is still funny every time I see it in the loading screen. Even though there are many gameplay design choices taken from Nintendo's beloved 2D fighter, the art in Icons, for the most part, is completely unique. All of the characters are original creations, albeit still sharing some qualities like height and body type, and although most of the stages are similar architecture, all of them are beautifully detailed with their own respective designs. However, gameplay is exactly what you'd expect it to be, which could either be a good or a bad thing depending on your experience with competitive Smash Bros. On one hand, if you've gone to Smash tournaments and played with people that know the game well, then you'll be able to pick this game up and learn the characters fairly quickly. If you're completely new to platform fighting games or have just played them very casually over the years, then you might not get to see your name on the victory screen too often to start out with. Wave Dash Games did include one extremely unique mechanic called Shield Gust, which is their version of a power shield. It reflects projectiles, and if an opponent is close to you, then it will push them away like a gust of wind. Now, I can't stress this part enough, but it's best to play Icons with a GameCube controller, because most of the fundamental tech skill is pretty much the same as Melee, barring some nuances. In fact, it is immediately noticeable when facing an opponent that is playing Icons with a GameCube controller, because there are certain techniques that simply cannot be performed consistently on other controllers. So if you download this game and play it with just your keyboard, then you'll be fighting an uphill battle automatically. The bottom line is that Icons Combat Arena is essentially an online Smash game. It's something to play that has way better netcode than Dolphin, and will be able to scratch that Melee itch if you really have one. Even though there are other platform fighting games online, this is the most inspired by Smash Bros. While being the least jank, aside from Zaina's spin to win. Now that I've gotten all that Smash Bros talk out of the way for the most part, I can talk about Icons as a free-to-play game. First and foremost, it is incredibly polished, the stages look fantastic, all the characters look great, the menu is sleek and easy to use, the matchmaking queue time is extremely short, and you won't have to fight through menus just to get into a match. You could just boot the game up and start playing seconds later. A lot of thought went into balance, and at the moment, every character at least seems viable. On top of that, the game is optimized fairly well, so you won't need to go out and buy a top-of-the-line high-end PC to run it. However, in terms of raw content, Icons is pretty bare bones. There's only one game mode as of making this video, which is a one-on-one fight, so there's no teams and no free-for-all. On top of that, you aren't able to make a custom lobby with more than one person, so if you're looking to set up a rotation of players, then you'll have to back out after every match and make a new one, seeing as how the game just recently came out. But what's not forgivable is the extremely slow progression. Now, there have been multiple occasions where the developers boasted how there's no pay to win in this game, because you can unlock every character for free. The problem is that currently, at the time of making this video, the cash shop is absolutely horrendous. You only start out with 2 or 3 characters depending on whether or not you participated in the beta. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about the subject, but in my opinion, the most valuable thing to have in any fighting game is access to the full cast of characters, and there are only 2 ways to unlock the fighters for free. The first is by getting them in a loot box called portal packs, which you get by leveling up your account. Each portal pack gives you 3 items, but there are well over 500 different items available, and only 4 or 5 of them are actual fighters. So your chances of getting a character in this way are pretty slim. The second way to get a character for free is by spending 1,000 Spectra, which is their in-game currency. Now you start out with absolutely 0 Spectra, and the only way to get it is to find duplicates in the portal packs previously mentioned. And yes, there are duplicates, so your chances of getting that character in a loot box just got even smaller. Now this seems pretty standard for free to play so far, but the level progression is so ungodly slow for earning currency, because first you have to get the items to begin with before you can get a duplicate. So the vast majority of your portal packs starting out will be devoid of any Spectra. You'll often find yourself opening skins and various other cosmetics for fighters you won't even be able to unlock for free anytime in the near future. Also, when you finally do get some in-game currency from a portal pack, it can be as low as only 5 Spectra. Now, it doesn't show you what duplicate you got to earn the Spectra, but the cheapest bottom of the barrel item is worth 25, which makes the absolute most you can earn from duplicate items a measly 1/5 of the actual price. That's so gross, Wave Dash Games. Come on, that's absolutely disgusting. Each character is $5 to buy without going through the hassle I just mentioned, which is a small price to pay considering what they want you to go through, but that is by no means a reason to actually buy these characters. The portal packs are a marketing tool with the idea that you'll get so frustrated with the fact that you've spent hours grinding with virtually no progress that you'll just cave in and pay the small asking price. But at the end of the day, to get every character currently out, you would have to spend $20 to $25. And Wave Dash Games, I get it. It's a free-to-play game, and you also want to make money given the fact that your team put a lot of effort into making icons. But if you think that the best business model for this game is to make players climb a mountain of levels while playing your ridiculous slot machines in hopes of one day in the distant future earning 1 character for free, then you should have just put a $20 price tag on the game to begin with. All that being said, Wave Dash Games have become aware of this issue, and rest assured that the cash shop can and most likely will be changed in the future. I hope. Putting my complaints aside, Icons is able to take 2D platform fighting in the direction that some people wanted Super Smash Bros. To go, on the PC, while also being different enough to not be considered plagiarism. I have to say that this game is great. Some people might feel as though Icons has borrowed too many ideas and might ask why they should play this game if they could just play Smash, and the answer to that is because this is the best alternative to play on PC in my opinion. Unlike games like Brawlhalla and Slap City, which are either too different or too janky, old veterans of the Smash community will be able to play and have another game to actually compete in. And new players will have access to Icons more easily than if they were to go out and buy a GameCube or try to get Dolphin to work consistently. And if you refuse to play this game because Melee is better and you just want Melee Online, then just wait for Nintendo to make a port for the PC. Which will never happen. But I want to know what you think. Do you like Icons? Do you like other games in this genre better? Do you like me? Feel free to share your experience in the comments. If you liked this video, press that like button because every time you do, my chest fills with this warm sensation similar to love, or I have a heart condition. It could be either one. If you want to hear me talk about various topics in gaming, or if you're a fan of the Games You Might Remember series, check that out and please click that subscribe button. We've reached 1,000 subscribers and honestly, that means so much to me. I can't really explain how ecstatic I am that so many people have taken an interest in what the fuck I have to say. Every single one of you are welcome to contact me at any time for questions, comments, feedback, or just to have a nice conversation, and the best way to do that is through the Daily Quest Discord. There'll be a link in the description, like always. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, there's a little bell that I'm supposed to tell you to press, but I'm convinced that all it does is put little numbers at the top of your YouTube page, and it's kind of annoying, so you don't have to press it if you don't want to. Most importantly, I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Peace out.